Hello, everybody. How are you tonight?
Great.
Great. Thank you, one person, for answering. Welcome to the ladies' foursome. I'm not a lady here tonight, but I do have my golf outfit on and my golf club in case I need to hit anything, any balls that might come through. You are here at First Avenue Playhouse. First Avenue Playhouse. I welcome you all to First Avenue Playhouse, and all you newcomers who have not been to First Avenue Playhouse yet, welcome to First Avenue Playhouse. You are here tonight to see the great comedy show called The Ladies' Foursome. The Ladies' Foursome. Some things I need to tell you. One is cell phones. Cell phones. If you have a cell phone, please turn it off or put it on stun or vibrate, because we do not want your cell phones going off during the show, because any kind of musical accompaniment during this show would not be appropriate. Our actors do not want to hear anything like that, because they will get flustered and they will really swing their clubs very close to you then. After, maybe they'll even hit a ball out to you. Cell phones, so please turn those off. Bathrooms, we have 2 bathrooms. Some of you have used the bathrooms over here. They're right over here on the left, on the right, at that exit. 2 bathrooms, ladies and gentlemen. You can use either bathroom you like. We are unisex bathrooms right over here. We just don't want 2 of you going in at the same time. That is, 1 of each sex. So 1 at a time, either one of those bathrooms are fine. In a case of emergency, you see 2 exits. You see the one where it goes to the bathroom. You see the exit sign where you actually entered the building. Run to one of those 2 areas. If you run out that one over there where you came in, you go right to the street. Make a turn so you don't run into the street. In case of emergency, if you decide to go to the exit over here to a bathroom, you cannot get out through the bathrooms. You have to run to the back of the theater. And that would be back here, backstage. You get to see the stage as you're running out of the building, and you run backstage, and you will see actors. Well, you probably will not see the actors by the time you get there. They're going to be gone. But you'll see an open door at the back of the stage, and you just run through that open door, and you'll be outside and safe. We have never had an emergency knock on plexiglass, so we should be okay. Smoking, there's no smoking in here, of course. Smoking is outside, and if you're going to smoke, go about 10 feet or 20 feet to either side of the building. Upcoming shows, a lot of you are here for the first time, but if you want to come back, we do a different show every single month. We've been doing this for over 30 years. So what we have is 12 shows a year that we do. We are in rehearsal now for our next show. Our next show is opening up not next week, but the week after. It is called The Italian Family Crisis. It's an original show, original comedy that was written for us, and it is going to be directed by one of our actors that are on stage right now during this show. The week after that, we are having a show called, the week after that, the month after that is September, and we are having a show called Pets and Their Humans. Pets and Their Humans, directed by another one of our actresses that is in the show tonight. And then in October, we have a show called Dearly Undeparted. Dearly Undeparted for October. So for the next 3 months, you know where you can be on a Friday or Saturday in those months. Just come back and see us. Donations, okay. There is no money that we will not take, as long as it's legal and it's real money. We'll take it. Fix my outfit here. So if you have a donation, if you have any spare money that you don't need, we'll take it for you. We're a tax deduction for you, a tax deduction. We're a nonprofit organization. So if you have to donate anything to somebody, why not use us and donate money to us so we can keep this place running for you. Also, we will send you, if you donate to us, we'll send you a letter saying that you've donated to us for tax purposes. Mailing list, if you want to be on our mailing list and find out what shows we're doing for the next 3 months and the next year, every month, all you have to do is sign the book we have up at the counter there, and we'll email you the information that you need to keep up with us for auditions if you want to be in a show, or if you'd like to come and see us. We're online, of course. We have our website, which is firstavenueplayhouse.org. firstavenueplayhouse.org. If you go to that website, you'll always see what's coming up. You'll see where we have special deals, and the people that went to the Thai restaurant, that's part of a special deal that we have here, where you can go to dinner there and come and see the show. So we have those kind of deals. We are on trip.
We recommend that.
You do recommend the Thai restaurant?
Yes.
Okay, so the Thai is recommended, plus for them. Okay, we hope we get that plus too.
Have you ever been to it?
TripAdvisor, we're on TripAdvisor, so if you like the show and you'd like to put in a nice favorable comment about the evening that you had tonight, then go ahead and go to TripAdvisor and put in a great review for us. We can appreciate that. If you did not like the show, do not go to TripAdvisor. Just say, oh, well, I will come back and maybe try again another time, because it's a nice new theater in the middle of Atlantic Highlands. We're on Twitter, Dessert Theater, we're all over the internet. So that's the information I need to give you before we start the show. So I hope everybody will like tonight's show. I have one little joke for you. See if you get this joke. I'm changing my joke now. I used a different joke for the last couple weeks, but now I'm going to use this joke and see what happens. So these Mexican detectives have a case they've got to solve because Juan Gonzalez is dead. And one of the detectives asks the other detectives, what happened? What happened? And the other detective says, he was shot with a golf gun. A golf gun was the weapon. He said, a golf gun? I've never heard of a golf gun. How do you know that he used a golf gun? And he says, well, there was a hole in one. There was a hole in one.
Oh, in one.
A hole in one. All right, so it's not that good. Maybe I'll go back to the other joke. So, how many golfers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
4. All right, so anyway, well, I hope we got a better response for this. Okay, so here we go, folks. The ladies' foursome.
Shit.
What's wrong?
What is that? What is that you're doing there?
I'm stretching. It's supposed to loosen you up before you play. You should do it too.
I am way ahead of you.
Margot, it's 8:30 in the morning.
Time? What is time? Time is just a way of letting us know what time it is.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I'm not your keeper.
I thank you for your blessing. Hey, you want one?
Oh, no thanks. I got my smoothie.
Well, I need something a little stronger, a little eye-opener.
Where's Connie? I thought she was right behind us.
Oh, she stopped to talk to the cart kid.
The cart kid? The kid that brings the carts around?
Right, the cart kid.
Why is she talking to him? We're not getting carts.
I don't think she's talking to him about carts.
Oh, really? Is there anybody she won't flirt with?
Tate, just let it go. It makes her feel good, makes her feel desirable.
Well, I think it's embarrassing, a woman her age.
She's my age.
Exactly. And where the heck is Dory? Our tea time is 8:40. I don't like when people are late. It's like they think their time is more valuable than mine.
She's not late. She's got 9 minutes. Why are you being so judgmental this morning?
What do you mean, judgmental?
My drinking, Connie's flirting, Dory's almost lateness.
I don't know. I guess the funeral the other day has me reevaluating things.
What things?
My life, our lives,
You got a great life.
okay, your lives. But didn't Catherine's death make you think?
Sure it did.
And what did it make you think about? About not taking life for granted? About living each day to the fullest?
Catherine was struck by lightning while sitting on top of a Ferris wheel. It made me think that I should stay the hell away from carnivals.
Well, it made me think about a lot more than that. It made me think that I haven't done enough with this life I've been given. That I frittered it away.
Frittered?
Frittered!
Frittered like a donut? That kind of frittered?
You know what I mean. That I've squandered my life. That it's been a life misspent.
What are you talking about? You got a great life, you got a good man, you got 2 beautiful children.
I have 3 children.
Well, I said beautiful. Hey, I'm joking. I'm just trying to lighten the mood here.
It's not funny.
I'm sorry.
It's not in the least bit funny, Margot.
I'm sorry, but Tate, you're way too young to have frittered your life away. For you to have look back on a life that's been frittered away, you'd have to be well into your 60s.
So which one is it?
Which one is what?
The child that isn't beautiful. It's Nigel, isn't it? Is it Nigel?
It's Nigel. not Nigel.
We tried to have that lazy eye corrected. My God, he wore an eye patch until he was 2. It was like breastfeeding Rooster Cogburn.
Tate, I was kidding. I was making a joke. Nigel's beautiful. They're all beautiful.
Really?
Yes.
You mean that?
Yes, and that lazy eye is adorable. It keeps people guessing. Is he looking at me?
That is one cute little piece of manhood. I'll tell you that for nothing. Yes, ma'am. I'd give him a tumble.
He's half your age.
Then I'll give him 2 tumbles.
Connie, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What do you think about my kids?
What about your kids?
Oh, I said something to Tate as a joke. She took it the wrong way.
Oh, Tate, you know you can't take anything Margot says seriously. She's jaded. You've got 2 beautiful kids and Nigel. Be happy. So, where's the new girl? What's her name?
Dory, she's not here yet.
She's late.
She's not late. She's got 6.5 more minutes.
Well, I was almost late myself. Well, I had to drive all the way across town this morning to change.
All the way across town from where?
This guy's place.
Oh, you met a guy.
I met a guy.
When?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah,
Yesterday we were all at the funeral.
that's right.
So you met a guy at the funeral and then you slept with him?
Gee, Tate, could that have sounded any more judgmental?
She is very judgmental this morning.
I'll say she is.
You went to the funeral yesterday, and then you picked up some guy, and then you slept with him?
Well, there was stuff in between. It wasn't like we went right from the gravesite to his kitchen table.
What stuff in between?
Well, driving and, we got some Chinese food. Oh, no, that was after. Or was it during? There was a kitchen table. I just don't know what showed up when.
Wait a minute, which guy? Which guy was it?
Then,
Ben.
yeah,
Ben Potter, Catherine's brother.
that's right.
You slept with the deceased brother.
Well, he looked like he could use some cheering up.
It was a funeral. We could all use some cheering up.
Well, I couldn't sleep with everybody. Be sensible.
Wow, Connie, that was pretty fast work, even for you.
Oh, no, not really. Ben and I have always been attracted to one another. We both knew that, and then when we saw each other yesterday, well, you know.
So, grief and a mutual sense of loss threw the 2 of you into each other's arms.
Well, I was going to say we got horny, but let's go with yours.
Connie,
Yeah.
don't you ever worry about getting a reputation?
Oh, sweetie, my age, I don't worry about getting a reputation. I worry about keeping it.
What about your public image?
Oh, Tate, come on, I read the news on television. Women can't win in that job anyway. People think I'm there either because of my candy or because I'm a bitch.
Oh, and which one are you?
I'm neither. I'm there because I'm good at what I do. The fact that I'm also eye candy is just extra gravy. Yes, whoa, up top.
Good morning.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, Dory.
Hi. Well, I just made it. As I was leaving the hotel, my husband called. Then he put the kids on. I had to talk to all of them.
How many kids have you got?
6.
6. Wow, Catholic.
Careless. Here I am anyway. Rental clubs and all. Not sure how well I'll do without my own clubs and shoes. I hope I don't hold you up.
No, I think you'll be fine. You golf much?
Not as often as I'd like. Summer's our busy time. We own a lodge up at Arrowhead Lake. That and the kids keeps us pretty hopping.
You live up there year-round?
We sure do. We love it up there. We sit out on the porch at night, look up at the stars, and hear nothing but the breeze through the treetops, and we wonder how anyone can live anywhere else.
Well, I prefer the city. I need that ambient noise outside. Makes me feel like I'm a part of something.
Yeah, a crime scene.
Hey, thank you for inviting me today. I think it's great that you're playing around for Kathy. She would have loved that. You've played together every week, right?
Yeah, weather permitting, we've been doing it for the past 14 years.
I think that's wonderful.
You called her Kathy.
Uh-huh.
I thought you didn't like Kathy.
She hated Kathy.
That's what I've called her as long as I've known her.
How long was that?
She came up to the lodge for 12 years. She'd come up for 2 weeks every summer to relax, take photographs.
You know, she did tell us about that, but she never told us much about it, though.
That group over there is out of range, so who wants to go first?
Oh, why don't we let our guest go first? Is that okay with you?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
This is going to be so much fun. We can spend a few hours together. I can get to know you girls. I've heard so much about you from Kathy over the years, and here you are in the flesh.
Yeah.
You know, Kathy and I used to golf together once in a while when she'd come up. I don't know if she told you that. She was always asking for advice on her putting. She wasn't a very good putter. Not speaking of the dead or anything. Excuse me. I think she just had trouble lining up her putts. I think one eye was out of sync with the other. Not like a lazy eye or anything that gross. Here we go. Oh, wait. Since we're playing for Kathy, maybe one of us should say something.
Say what?
Some words.
You mean like, hit the damn ball, those words?
Just some words about Kathy. Shouldn't one of us say something? Tate?
Oh no, I wouldn't be any good at that. I don't know any prayers.
I'm afraid if I start to pray, then I might be the second lightning casualty.
Well, it doesn't have to be a prayer, just some nice words. Okay. I'll say something. Let's see. Kathy.
Should we bow our heads?
She said it wasn't a prayer. It's not a prayer, right?
No.
So then we don't bow our heads.
I suppose you don't have to.
Well, what about hats? Should we take off our hats?
You're wearing a visor.
Well, a visor's a hat.
A visor's a visor.
Well, Dory, should I leave it on? Should I leave it on, Dory?
I'm really not sure.
Well, what about religious words? If you're going to say religious words, I should probably leave it off.
I'm really not sure what words I'm going to say.
Oh, hell, I'll say the words.
Oh, okay.
Catherine, you went to the fair, and now you are dead. That's why we're golfing with Dory instead. Cheers! What? What? I want to play golf.
That wasn't very respectful.
Oh, never mind. Dory, will you hit the ball?
You could have said something with more feeling.
Well, I'm all out of feeling this morning, and Connie, you're next.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Nice one. Thank
What
you.
do you mean you're all out of feeling?
Hey, we cried all day yesterday, didn't we, right?
Well, not all day.
Oh, some of us cried, some of us moaned. But now it's time to celebrate Catherine's life and not cry about it. Beautiful.
Thanks, it'll do.
I just think the mood should be a little more somber, that's all.
We're playing golf. Won't be somber soon enough. Hit the ball.
I think Marco's right. I think Kathy would want us to enjoy ourselves today and remember her fondly.
Well, I just don't want her to think we moved on from our grief too fast.
She's gone. She's not thinking anything. Hit the ball.
Still think it was a little cold.
Look, I'm sorry. I just don't like dwelling on the negative. We've all suffered tragedy in our life. Catherine's death was a great tragedy, but now we gotta move on. We gotta deal with it, and we can't keep letting the heartbreak consume us.
Now, that was real heartbreaking, that was. But it's okay, Margot. Don't dwell on it. Just deal with it and move on.
And we're off. Let the games begin.
6 kids? God, even I say no once in a while.
Kathy was great with my kids. They loved her. She would have been a wonderful mother.
So 6 kids, huh?
That's right.
And they're all beautiful?
They sure are.
One might not be less beautiful than the others, even average looking.
Oh, no. As parents, we think all of our children are beautiful, don't we?
Uh-huh.
Birdie gets the honor.
That was a great putt, Dory.
Oh, thank you. I got lucky.
Well, don't expect that to continue. This is a pretty tough course.
So is Dory short for something?
Yes, for Doris. I was named after my grandmother on my mother's side. But my father didn't like Doris, so he called me Dory.
I don't mind Doris.
Oh, no, not the name. My father didn't like Doris. My grandmother.
Nice shot.
Beautiful. So, have you been golfing long?
Quite a while. My father taught me. We used to hit balls in the field behind my house. What about you?
Well, it all started about 14 years ago when Connie and Catherine asked me to join them for a game.
And you liked it right away?
No, I hated it. I still hate it. Where else can you drink first thing in the morning and people think it's normal?
What about you, Tate? How did you get started?
My husband got me started.
Very nice shot.
Thanks.
Your husband?
Yeah, he always wanted me to try golf, and I always wanted him to try scuba diving, one of my passions. He told me if God had meant me to have gills, had meant me to be underwater, he would have given me gills. And I told him, well, if God wanted me to play golf, he would have given me balls. So we made an agreement. I tried golf, and he tried scuba diving. Well, I liked golf, and he almost drowned.
Ooh, you got all of that one.
You didn't ask me how long I've been playing.
Oh, I could tell you've been playing for a long, long, long time.
Oh, really?
Long time.
How old do you think I am, anyway?
Oh, no, I don't mean because of your age. I mean because of your prowess. You don't hit a shot like you just hit if you haven't been playing for a long, long, long time.
Uh-huh.
Many, many, many years.
What are you waiting for?
Nothing, I'm just enjoying the moment. Shit.
Oh, don't worry, Margot. It's just a chainsaw away from the fairway.
So, do you girls ever play for money?
What, golf?
Yeah.
No, it's just a friendly game.
Oh, okay.
But wait, you would want to play for money?
No. I mean, sometimes it makes it more interesting, but no, we're playing for Kathy, and a wager would sell me that.
No, wait. You would want to play for money. Someone who wants to play for money usually thinks they can win. Do you think you can win?
Well,
What she means is, do you think you can beat her?
That's not what I mean. But is that what you think?
what's the score after one hole?
You're up by 1 stroke.
Dory's up by 1 stroke.
I'm up by 1 stroke.
All right, then we'll play for money.
No, not a chance. Margot and I aren't in the same class as you guys.
Yeah, she's right. And I don't come here to bet on golf. I come here to drink.
We'll play teams then. Best ball. Each team takes the best shot of the two, and you play it from there.
Well, how much we're playing for?
Dollar a hole.
Well, that's fine, but it doesn't add up to much. One team wins a hole, then another team wins a hole. You end up winning $2 or $3 total.
Well, then how much do you want to play for?
Why not a lump sum? We all put money in a pot, and the winning team splits it at the end.
How much money?
$500 each?
$500? I don't have $500. Where am I going to get $500?
Your husband's a surgeon.
Oh yeah, I'm rich. Yay!
Yeah. All right, $500 it is.
What are the teams gonna be?
Well, Doris and I are going to play on opposite teams because she obviously thinks that she can beat me.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I don't even have my own clubs.
Oh, right. The rental clubs. Well, that does put you at a bit of a disadvantage.
I'll play with Connie.
No, I'm playing with Connie.
I called it first.
There's no calling, you can't call, what is this, high school?
Ladies, did it ever occur to you that a display like this might hurt our guests' feelings?
I'm sorry, Dory. That was thoughtless.
I'm sorry too.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't played that much, and she hasn't got her own clubs, and she was taught by her father in some farmer's field in Saskatchewan.
Arizona.
Pardon?
Arizona. That's where I grew up. That's where my father taught me to play. Only he didn't have a lot of time for lessons. He was on the road most of the year.
Oh, what did he do?
He was on the tour.
What tour?
The PGA Tour. David Lakeside, maybe you've heard of him?
What's the PGA Tour?
Professional Golfers Association tour. Your father was David Lakeside?
Is David Lakeside, that's right.
He won the Canadian Open.
Twice.
I'll play with Dory.
No, I'm playing with Dory.
I called her first.
Oh, no, you did.
Oh, yes, I did.
Hey, ladies! Did it ever occur to you that a display like that might hurt my feelings?
No.
Ah, okay, Tig, you're coming with me.
Why?
Because you're the weak one and I'm cutting you from the herd. Now let's go.
Wait a minute. I don't think that we should put money down on golf. It's already changing the complexion of the game, and not for the better. Maybe we should just play for lunch.
Lunch?
The losing team buys the winning team lunch after the match.
All right, I'll go for that.
That sounds civilized.
What do you think, Dory?
Sure, fine, lunch it is.
Okay, but we start right here, okay, on this hole. We don't count the last one, right?
Right.
Okay, let's go. I'm counting on you, Tig, for the short game.
What's the short game?
You know, chipping, putting, short game.
Oh.
We played for 14 years and you don't know what the short game is?
Well, how would I know what it is? Every time we come out here, we don't talk about golf. We talk about everything else but golf.
She's right.
Damn it, she is right. Well, pull yourself together, because today we focus on golf.
Are we gonna lose?
No, we're not.
What's chipping?
Connie seems a little competitive.
Well, she's competitive, all right.
Well, what happens if she loses?
I don't know. She's never lost.
What?
In all the years that we've been playing, no one's ever gotten a better score than Connie.
That's quite a streak.
I'll say 14 years.
Maybe I should just let her win then.
What do you mean?
If she's used to winning and you're used to losing, might as well keep things status quo. Why upset the apple cart?
I never thought of it like that. Maybe you're right. But nah, kick her ass.
You know, it's just that as parents, you can look at one kid objectively and say, this one's not as adorable as the other ones, or this one's got something that might make him even funny looking.
What thing?
I don't know, your nose, a mole, anything at all.
No, I see the beauty in all of my children. It might not be on the surface, but it's there.
Aha!
What?
So you do have one of those.
One of those what?
One of those things that might make one of your children,
Make them what?
you know, homely.
Homely?
Oh God, I'm a terrible mother.
Oh, Tate, will you cut it out?
No, that child came at me and I'm talking about him like that. Shame on me. I should wash my uterus out with soap.
Your mouth. You should wash your mouth out with soap.
What did I say?
Your uterus.
Oh God, that must have been a Freudian slip.
I don't understand.
Oh, she has a son named Nigel, and he has a lazy eye.
Oh.
The kid's name is Nigel. I think the lazy eye is the least of his worries.
That was Bobby's grandfather's name.
Hey, Doris, you're away again.
No, that group ahead is still in range.
You really think you can hit the ball that far?
I might.
Oh, all right. As long as we're talking about names, isn't Bobby a little weird for a grown man?
What do you mean?
Well, Bobby, he's a surgeon. He should call himself Robert. It sounds more dignified.
He's a vascular surgeon. He's very particular about that.
Oh, so he's particular about that name, but he's okay with Bobby?
What's wrong with Bobby?
Well, it's not grown up. Oh, Bobby, we're replacing a heart valve here. Could you please put down your Legos? Oh, come on, Doris. They're way out of your range now.
Well, I like the name. It's carefree. It's not stuffy.
It's immature.
It's not immature.
And it doesn't have distinction. Can you think of one famous man named Bobby? One, huh? No? I rest my case.
Oh my God.
Oh, you should have waited.
Did I hit him?
You sure did.
Oh my
You should
God.
have yelled four.
I should have, shouldn't I? 4!
Oh, you can't call it now. Saying that now is just mocking the poor
Oh my
bugger.
God.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Look at him.
Oh, it's okay. He's getting up. No, wait, he's back down. Oh, there we go, he's up. Walk it off! He's fine.
Connie, you're next.
I think I'll wait.
Oh, now that we have a few minutes until the paramedics arrive, how did you end up going from a place like Arizona to an isolated place like Arrowhead Lake?
I fell in love, I guess, followed my husband's dreams. You really think he's okay?
Oh yeah, they've dragged his lifeless carcass back onto the cart.
Didn't you have any dreams of your own?
Pardon me?
You just said you were following your husband's dream, but didn't you have any dreams of your own?
Oh, well, sure, I guess I did at one time.
Well, so what? You put him on hold for your husband?
I guess so, but it didn't matter. They weren't big dreams anyway.
All dreams matter, big or small.
It's all right. It was the right thing to do. But I want to know more about you three. Markham, you own your own construction company.
How did you know about that?
Well, Kathy told me. We talked about you three often.
Oh, well, yeah, I took over the business when my father died. I didn't plan on making it my life's work, but turns out I had a knack for it, I guess, so here we are. But I love it, though. It's very challenging, and I get to tell men what to do.
Oh, I love doing that too. Oh, you're talking about the workplace.
So how old were you when you took over?
25.
Oh, that's young. How did the men feel about having a woman, 25-year-old woman as a boss?
They didn't care for it at first until they realized that I actually knew what I was doing.
Your father taught you the business?
I used to go to work with him all the time when I was a little girl. Only chance I'd ever get to see him, the business took up most of his time.
It doesn't take up most of your time?
Connie, they're out of range now.
Markham, the business doesn't take up most of your time?
That's kind of a sensitive area, Doris.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, it's all right. Yeah, the business takes up most of my time. Actually, it takes up all of my time. Costs me Bojangles, odd drinks a bit. But I have a very successful business. That's what matters, right? That's what I worked so hard for all these years, right?
Well, that was a shameless outpouring of self-pity.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, I didn't ask the question. Dottie did.
Good one, Connie. Yes.
So how old is your daughter?
25.
And where is she?
Oh, she was here.
What does she do?
Just got called to the bar.
Oh, a lawyer. Very impressive. Nice ceremony?
I hear it was, yes.
Good girl.
Hey, you're a stay-at-home mom?
Uh-huh.
Just like me. Well, and back running lodge. How old are your children?
16, 14, and 13.
3 teenagers.
Right. The beginning of the apocalypse. And yours?
My oldest is 12.
And the rest?
The rest are just a blur. They were coming out so fast I felt like the ball machine at the batting cages.
So you got 6 kids. The oldest is 12. So that means you get a baby every 2 years?
Yeah, that's right. After this last one, I wondered if his legs were ever going to close again. That's when I insisted my husband was getting a vasectomy.
Ooh, how did your husband feel about that?
Yeah, he wasn't too thrilled.
Yeah.
Men are such babies when it comes to that part of their anatomy.
Well, I think it depends on the intentions of who's ever going down there. I don't think men like anybody going down there with sharp implements.
But it makes for a good bargaining tool. Pardon the pun.
Bargaining tool how?
Well, say you want something really badly and your husband's digging his heels in. Well, you just tell him that the vacation is off.
What vacation?
You know, you won't be going south.
Oh, no, that's using sex as leverage. I would never do that.
Dory's right, that cheapens a woman, Connie.
Yeah, that wouldn't work in my case anyway.
Shit.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wait, what do you mean it wouldn't work for you?
Thing, I just mean that Bobby doesn't put a high value on sex.
Wait, what do you mean? You mean he doesn't enjoy it?
I didn't say he didn't enjoy it. It's just not a priority in our marriage.
So what, you don't do it a lot?
I didn't say that.
Well, wait, you're telling us this now? We've played together for 14 years and only now you're telling us your sex life is in a shambles? We could have been joking about this for years.
My sex life is not in a shambles. It's fine.
Fine? Just fine? Ooh, that's not good.
Definitely not good.
Oh, and Doris here is an expert. Apparently she and her husband have sex at the drop of a, well, whenever she drops something. You see what I can miss it out on?
My sex life is healthy, thank you.
Well, what's healthy to you? How many times a week?
I don't know. Once.
What?
One?
In a good week.
Oh, that's not healthy. That's malnourished.
Ooh, that's sickly.
Oh yeah, it's on life support.
All right. Now wait a minute, you two. You don't even have men. So who are you to judge how healthy once a week in a marriage is?
She got a point there, ladies.
Oh, but we've both been married. We can base it on that. And Vic and I used to do it 4 times a week on average.
Larry and I only did it once a week.
Hi, see?
But 4 times a week once we got divorced.
So what's the problem with you and Bobby?
There is no problem.
Do you enjoy it? I mean, do you even like it?
Yeah, for
Tay.
the most part.
Tay.
Well, it's just that Bobby's a doctor. So this sex is very clinical. It's like he does that, and I do this, and then he does that, and I do this, and then he does that, and I fake that.
Does he ever do that?
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 Oh, that. Yeah, he does that sometimes. And when he does that, I don't have to fake that.
Ooh. Oh, I hear that.
Sorry about that, Marco.
Don't worry about it. It was a tough putt.
Yes, and that puts us up by 1 stroke. Now, Doris, this is a par 5, and there's water about 190 yards out.
Got it. Oh, guess who I saw on my way out here today? Kathy's brother, Ben.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped at a light and he was in the car next to me. Seemed to be in good spirits. Maybe a little too good. Singing along to the radio, playing air drums. He's very happy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, some people deal with grief in different ways.
So, Doris, I'm curious.
Yes.
Well, on the last hole, you asked about Tate's employment situation, a stay-at-home mom. And you mentioned Margot's construction business.
Oh, yes, I think that is so impressive. A woman running a construction company? Very impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's lovely. But you didn't ask about me.
Are you feeling left out there, Connie?
No, but I just think it's odd that you wouldn't want to know what I do for a living.
Well, I know what you do for a living.
You do?
Of course. I mean, who doesn't know Connie Sajak, the region's best news anchor?
Well, I don't know if I'm the best.
Well, that's what your ads say, don't they? Connie Sajak, the region's best news anchor, isn't that what they say?
Yeah, that's what they say.
And they wouldn't lie, would they? I mean, it's television. If you weren't the best, they wouldn't say that.
Yeah, well,
Of course, I just wonder who determines who's the best? Is it a competition? Is it voted on? If it
promotional ad, Tate, it doesn't mean anything.
Well, the ad says that you're the best news anchor. So if you're not the best news anchor, then it shouldn't say that, because that's false advertising.
Well, maybe I am the region's best news anchor.
Well, the ad doesn't say maybe, it says you are the best regional news anchor.
Just hit your ball, Tate.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Connie. I didn't mean to open up a can of worms.
No, it's fine.
I mean, I don't know who the best regional news anchor is. I'm not one to judge. I don't even watch you.
Oh, of course. You probably can't get us up there in Arrowhead Lake.
Oh, no. We get you.
That was a good shot, Dory.
It wasn't that good.
No, I meant the shot you just took it, Connie.
Well, Bobby and I think you're the best news anchor, Connie. We watch you in bed every night.
Oh, gee, thanks, Tate. Now I'll be picturing you and Bobby in bed together while I'm reading the news. Thanks a lot.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it's not like she's gonna be having sex while she's watching.
One night a week she will.
Now we just have to guess which night.
Friday.
Shit, guess we'll be using your shot, Dory.
So how did you get into television?
Well, I took journalism in university, and then I was a reporter overseas while working with my husband. He was a cameraman. And then I got offered this anchor job, and I took it.
Good. Now I know everything about your employment situation too. You don't have to feel left out anymore. All right, Margot, this is where we make our move.
How much do you think she knows about us?
Why?
She says she knew Catherine for 12 years, and she said Catherine talked about us.
So?
So, wouldn't Catherine have told her what happened?
I don't know, maybe not.
I'm just wondering how many of these questions are genuine and how many are trying to catch us in lies.
Why would she try to catch us in lies?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
No, I think she's genuinely interested in getting to know us better. She feels we have a bond with Catherine, and she just wants us to be friends.
Maybe.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
We'll see.
And I think she's genuinely interested in who was it that decided that you were the Regent's best news anchor.
Never mind.
Hey, where are you running off to? Where are you going? I want to know this information too, Missy.
So last year, my husband and I decided it was time to sit down with our two oldest daughters and discuss the facts of life.
So how'd that work out?
Pretty good. We learned quite a bit.
Doris, you're up.
Dory, way to go. You got us even again.
Oh, you had that great second shot,
Yeah, but you had that gorgeous approach shot.
but then your chip got us close.
But your putt, that was a thing of beauty.
Hey, would you two like some alone time?
All right, a little par 3. Let's put her on the dance floor.
Nice.
So, surprised Catherine never told us about you, Dory. I mean, you golfed with her and she went up to your lodge every year. Surprised she never mentioned you.
Kathy was a private person. Maybe she just wanted to keep those trips to herself.
But we're her best friends. Why would you want to hide that from us?
That's better.
Well, maybe she was rendezvousing with the guy up there. Is that it, Doris? Was Catherine stooping some guy on these trips?
Oh, geez, Connie.
What?
Stooping?
What's wrong with stooping?
It's tasteless.
Oh, you were such a prude.
I'm not a prude. I just think the act of lovemaking should be referred to with more reverence. It's a very close encounter, the most intimate act between two people, and I think it should be given the respect it deserves.
Fine. So, Doris, did Catherine play hide the knockworks with some guy? Well,
You know, I don't think it's any of our business what Catherine was doing up there. I mean, She might have had secrets. I'm sure she had her reasons for secrets. Maybe she had no secrets at all. Maybe she went up to Arrowhead Lake for a couple weeks every summer, and that's all there is to it, and there is nothing more.
Maybe.
That's my partner. Hey.
You know, she was kind of quiet, right? School teacher, she never made any waves.
She was very, very even-keeled. Everybody liked her.
There's never any drama in her life.
No, she never had a divorce, never had family problems.
Didn't have to worry about money once she won that big lottery.
Yeah.
Wait, what, Kathy won the lottery?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
$500,000.
Yeah.
She never told me about that.
It was the first ticket she ever bought.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Catherine was the lucky one. Apart from the lightning strike.
So, Catherine never told you about her lottery win?
No, never mentioned it.
And she never told us about you. Strange.
Yeah, it's like she was leading a double life.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. Catherine might have had her secrets, so what? Everybody has secrets.
Oh, Mark was right. We're here to celebrate Kathy, not to cast aspersions.
So, what's your secret?
What?
You said everybody's got secrets, so what's your secret?
I wasn't talking about me in particular. I was talking about people in general as a whole. As a whole, people have secrets.
Oh my God!
What?
You do have a
No,
secret!
I don't.
Oh, she does! She does have a secret!
No, I
Margot, do you?
don't. No.
Oh, come on, Margot. I'm a stay-at-home mom staring at a lazy all day with a husband who doesn't give a sweet fig about sex. Can you throw me a bone here?
All right, I have a little secret.
That's better. What is it?
It's not a big deal. I'm seeing somebody, that's all.
You're seeing somebody, you mean a man?
Yes, a man.
Romantically?
Very much so.
Well, bend me over and call me Spanky.
Why is it so hard for you to believe?
No, I'm very happy for you, Margot.
I think it's wonderful. Congratulations, Margot.
Thank you, Dory.
So who is it?
Just a guy I met through work.
A construction guy?
Oh, does it wear a tool belt? Oh God, I love those tool belts. And all the stuff they got on them, like the ball peen hammer and the screwdriver and the way they all jiggle when he walks.
He's not a construction worker. He owns property downtown. We're doing a job for him.
Ooh, a property owner. Nice.
So how long have you been seeing him?
Not long, about a month.
Oh, and now for the big question.
And what is that?
Have you, you know.
Have I what? You know.
Scooped him?
I'm not going to answer that question. That question is personal.
Then you have.
I just said I'm not going to answer that.
Oh, then she hasn't.
Connie.
Oh, but she does have a glow about her. You see that?
That could be the 3 beers.
That's right, Margot. You keep that information to yourself.
I will keep that information entirely to myself because it's nobody's business but my own that I am having the best sex that I have ever had in my entire freaking life.
I wonder when I'm gonna have the best sex of my entire freaking life.
Maybe you already are.
Shit!
You ever? I think my underwear's on backwards. You get that feeling that like you're walking one way and your underwear's walking in a completely different direction?
Well, that's what happens in the aftermath of passion.
Yeah, you would know. Once a week. Okay, we're still tied. Gidget, you're up.
Do you guys believe in the afterlife?
Yes.
No.
Maybe.
No. If you start to believe in the afterlife, then you won't make the most of the life you're in because you figure you've got a second chance later on. No. This is it, girls. You're one shot. You gotta live in the here, in the now.
The older I get, the more I want to believe that. Like Connie says, I do want a second chance at life because I don't feel I did so good in this one.
Hey, Margot, you did fine in this one. You built up a great business, You got yourself a new man?
Yeah, but I feel like I failed in some very important areas. And I don't like the finality of death. That's a bad thought.
Good shot.
Thank you. Don't worry, Margot, you'll be fine. The Bible says that when we die, our bodies return to dust, and our spirits return to God in a conscious state awaiting judgment. Then all souls are made immortal and sent to heaven, or, if you've sinned, you spend eternal damnation and burning in the fires of hell.
Why is she looking at me?
Well, you know, I only ask because of Catherine. It's not fair her life was cut short. I just really hope she's enjoying a new life somewhere else.
Don't worry. Kathy was one of the good ones. I'm sure she is in heaven as we speak.
Are you a believer, Doris?
In God?
Mhm.
Yes, I am.
Well, I've seen enough through the years to make me a doubter. If there is a God, he or she has dropped the ball more than just a few times.
See, now that's a common misconception. God isn't here to keep us out of danger or cure our diseases or lift us up out of poverty or despair. God is here as a guide, as a teacher. If you believe in him, you follow his teachings and you lift yourself up. It's that simple.
Do you think God's a man?
I think God is a man and a woman. I think God is all of us.
Well, if there is a God, he's a man.
Well, what makes you say that?
Because the Bible says God rested on the seventh day. A woman would never rest on the seventh day. She'd say, I think I'm going to organize that closet.
Well, I hope you're right, Dory. I hope that Catherine's out there in heaven with God on one side of her and Gregory Peck on the other.
Yeah, Catherine always had a big thing for Gregory Peck.
Yeah. Well, if you're up there, Catherine or Greg, please guide Tate's ball to the center of the fairway. Oops. I guess Catherine and Gregory are otherwise engaged.
Tay, honey, don't cry. The shot wasn't that bad.
Oh, it's okay, Tater. We'll find him.
Of course we will.
It's not the shot completely. I miss Catherine. I miss her terribly. I mean, this is where we saw her, out on the golf course. It doesn't seem right that she's not here. It's nothing against you, Dory. You're a very nice woman, and you dress impeccably. It's just that I miss Catherine so much.
Honey, we all miss her.
I know how you feel. Kathy was a big part of your life, and without her, an essential part of you is missing.
Why did God have to take her? Why couldn't he take somebody else? Why couldn't he take somebody who was not as nice or as caring or as wholesome?
Why is she looking at me?
You know, it's been said that God takes the good ones first, so that he has someone to chum around with up there.
That's a nice thought.
That is a nice thought. Yeah, you feel better now?
A little.
Oh, good.
Do you really think we'll find my ball?
Oh, of course we will.
Really?
No, hon, not a chance in heaven or hell.
Someone to chum around with up there?
Not bad, huh?
Where'd you hear that, Paul?
No, I just made it up.
Right now, on the spot.
Well, it made her feel better.
Yeah, pretty crafty.
Trying to help a friend.
Keeping my eye on you, Doris. Oh, these are definitely on backwards.
Sorry about that, Marma. That was a bad hole.
Hell, I wasn't much help.
Ah, and that puts us up by 2 strokes. The universe is unfolding as it should.
Hey, don't get too cocky. We still got a long ways to go yet.
So you grew up in Arizona, Dory,
Uh-huh.
and you're an American,
That's right.
and you moved to Arrowhead Lake.
I fell in love with a Canadian.
Yeah, me too.
You live in Canada.
Well, that certainly increased my chances, didn't it? And what were those dreams you abandoned?
What do you mean?
Before, you said you were following your husband's dreams, but what were the dreams you abandoned?
Oh, it was nothing. It was silly.
No dream is silly.
It was nothing. I wanted to be a singer.
Really? Well, it's a shame you never got to pursue it.
Oh, no, I did pursue it. In fact, I was a singer before I got spirited away to Arrowhead Lake.
Oh.
Oh, that doesn't sound right. That sounded like I didn't want to go.
Did you?
Well, I was in love and open to any proposition that would strengthen and enhance our relationship.
Sounds like you didn't want to move.
It was the right thing to do.
So, you were making your living as a singer?
Yes, I was singing in Las Vegas. That's how I met my husband. He was the sound man on the show I was working on. After about a 10-month courtship, we got married.
How long after that was it that you got spirited away?
Not long.
Huh. You must have been awfully young when you were working in Vegas.
22.
Wow. 22 when you were making your living as a singer? You had to be pretty good then.
They said I had talent. They said I had a bright future. They said I was going to turn the music world on its ear.
You gave all that up for Arrowhead Lake.
It was the right thing to do.
Whoa, you really beat the piss out of that one. Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen a ball split in two like that.
All right, who's up? Come on, Margo, let's go. You're up. Go.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So it was your husband's dream to open a lodge up in Canada,
Uh-huh.
to move out there in the middle of nowhere.
That's right.
And you gave up your dream of being a world-famous singer for that.
I sure did.
So tell me this.
Tate,
What?
I'm about to hit the ball. Sorry.
Good one. So tell me this.
Tate,
What?
I don't think Dory wants to discuss this matter any further.
Really?
It's fine.
She said it's fine. So tell me this.
Tate,
What?
I don't think it's fine.
It's fine.
Well, there's a mutilated golf ball out there that says it is not fine.
It's fine, really. What? What is it, Tate? What more do you want to know about my idyllic life up at Arrowhead Lake? Up in the Canadian wilderness where men are men and women can smell them at 50 paces. Where every summer I greet guests with an inviting smile on my face and 6 whiny kids clinging to every appendage like they were suckling piglets on a sow's teat. Where, in the heat of an August afternoon, we can swim in a secluded, calm lake, followed by 15 terrifying minutes of ripping leeches off of our skin like they were steak-fast Band-Aids. Oh, and then there are the black flies, big enough to carry off a small child. Yet, try as I might, I can't coax them into carrying mine off for an afternoon so that I can catch 40 winks and a margarita. Then there are the winters. Ah, yes, the Canadian winters, where I discovered the joy of snowmobiling, wearing an oh so flattering fleece thermoflex-lined snowsuit that keeps me warm for all of 5 minutes before frostbite sets in, and I couldn't feel my own ass if George Clooney himself was straddling it. So tell me, do, Tate, what interesting nugget of information would you like to know about my tranquil existence up there in God's country?
Well, what about all the stars you can see from your back porch?
Fuck the stars.
Well, I don't see what's wrong with it.
Well, I think it gives young girls the wrong idea.
How?
Well, they tell all these young girls that they're all going to be rescued by a handsome prince, and all they have to do is sit by a pond and look pretty.
What does a pond have to do with it?
Well, isn't that what all princesses do? They sit by a pond and look at the reflections in the water while waiting for the handsome prince to come riding in.
Well, my daughters liked princesses when they were younger.
Yeah, mine too.
And they grew up fine. They're independent and they stand on their own 2 feet. But princesses are wonderful. They're fairy tales. And children need to get lost in fairy tales once in a while. It doesn't mean they have to emulate them when they grow up. But when they're young, what's so wrong with it?
But look at these women. They fall for the first guy that comes along. They dump their friends and off they go to a castle to live happily ever after, being waited on hand and foot by 2 bluebirds and a squirrel.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I grew up with all those classic princesses. Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. And it didn't have an adverse effect on me. I mean, I didn't grow up expecting some man to protect me and put a roof over my head and earn a living for me while I stayed home and raised the kids with not any thought to a career of my own. Oh my God, those princesses are bitches.
I just don't think they give young girls the right idea. That's my opinion.
Actually, Connie, in this matter, I don't really think you get an opinion.
What?
Well, you don't know what it's like to raise a child. No one can know unless they've had a child. It's a very unique experience, in both good ways and bad. I just don't think you can understand.
Okay, fine, so I don't get an opinion. But Margot had a daughter, she gets an opinion. What do you think, Margot?
Really? Are you really gonna ask me that question?
Why not? All right, so you and your daughter are estranged, that's old news. But you must remember what it was like when she was young.
I remember.
It's fine, Margot, never mind. How can you be so insensitive?
Insensitive how?
How? Really?
Come on, guys, let's play golf. Come on, let's play golf. Who's up? Who's up? Connie, you're up.
Was I being insensitive, Margot?
Yes.
I was?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Well, of course you didn't. That's what insensitive means.
Oh, right.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
My outburst on the last hole. You were just trying to make conversation and I lashed out. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's forgotten about already.
I appreciate that.
Oh, that is a dandy. Hold the applause. Woo-hoo.
Belle was a good role model.
Who?
Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She wasn't superficial at all. She fell in love with a guy who was physically disformed.
Yeah, but she didn't marry him until he turned into a handsome prince.
Okay, she's a bitch too.
All right, Margot, you're down by 2 strokes. We've got to make a move here. We just need one of us to put it somewhere on the fairway.
Nice.
That'll do. All right, Margot, let out some shaft. Oh, that sounded dirty, didn't it? It's not dirty. What it means is...
We know what it means, Doris.
I don't know what it means.
I'll explain it to you later.
Is it dirty?
No.
Then I don't care.
Oh, nice shot.
You know, my daughter Stephanie and I used to watch those movies. You know, those princess movies. We used to watch them all the time. Well, she would watch them, because by the time I get home from work, they'd be half over. But at least I would get to watch the last half of them. That is, of course, if I didn't fall asleep on the couch. But on weekends, I would watch those movies with her in the mornings, before I had to go to work. So I would at least get to watch the first half of them. So many of those movies out of sequence, I really don't remember what happened in any one of them. So I guess I don't get an opinion. I don't know what my daughter thought of them. I don't know how they influenced her life or didn't influence her life. Guess I could go ask her, but as you know, we don't speak.
Why'd you have to bring up her daughter? You know better than that.
should go and comfort my friend Doris.
Yeah, just 1 minute. What do you say you and I put some money on the game?
What do you mean?
Well, just a bet between you and me. We won't tell the others. Your team against mine. Just to make it interesting.
How much?
Well, what we initially agreed on, 500.
But you're down by 2 strokes. Do you really think you can win?
Win. I just want to make it interesting.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
So,
All right, fine.
good.
But it's just a bet between you and me.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Can I go now?
Yes, go. Run along. That's better.
How could you miss that putt, Tate?
You missed it too.
Yeah, but I went before you, so you should have gone to school on mine.
I don't even know what that means. Ah,
It means we're up by only 1 stroke now.
who cares? We're still winning.
Hey, anyone want to stop for a sandwich at the turn?
Not me. I'm saving my appetite for that big lunch I'm going to be treated to.
Hey, it's not over till the fat lady sings. And that would be Mrs. Mortensen in the foursome behind us.
Hey, guess who I saw the other day in yoga class? Rachel Borland.
Oh.
I haven't heard from her in a while.
Rachel Borland and her husband used to go here, but then they joined the upscale club uptown. You know, they're social climbers. Always have to outdo everyone else. Anyway, looks like Rachel had some work done.
Really? What kind?
Well, I couldn't tell. I don't know if it was her facelift that lifted her boobs up or her boob job that pulled her face down. But anyway, it looks like she's been ironed and fluffed.
I bet that was her husband's idea.
Carl, what makes you think that?
Just seems like that type. I bet if Rachel didn't get a little touch-up, he'd be out looking for a newer model.
Well, I don't know about that. I think we underestimate men sometimes. They're not all out there looking for a newer, younger version.
That's just what you want to believe.
I do believe it. I like men. I love men. And I couldn't love them if I thought they were all that shallow.
Well, most of them are.
Well, would you have work if Bobby asked you to?
No. And he would certainly know the right doctors to do it. But I'm happy with the way I look.
But you might not feel that way in 10 years.
Or maybe Bobby won't.
Well, call me an idiotic romantic, but I'd like to think we were all together, warts and all. You know, cut out all that superficial crap, right?
Oh, you're right.
Thank you.
You are an idiotic romantic. Oh.
So what about you, Connie?
Well, I'm in a different situation. My looks are part of the job qualifications, whether I like it or not.
So you think you have to be attractive to do your job?
I'll tell you, don't be so naive. Of course I have to be attractive. They don't put trolls on television unless they're males. For some reason, the viewing public accepts unattractive men on television, but they won't settle for a less than perfect female. I don't like it, but I've accepted it.
So does that mean that you would have work done if it meant you could keep your job?
No. If it meant keeping my job, then they can go to hell. Anyway, there's so many perky and pretty young newscasters out there now that even if I had work done, it wouldn't help me anyway. No, the dams burst and there's a flood of leggy young blondes crashing down on me.
That sure sucked.
Yeah, sure did.
I'd have work done.
You?
Sure, why not me?
Well, little country mouse and all. Why would you have work done?
Well, I want to look good. I want to stay young. Who doesn't want that? Just because I'm living in the outback like some fur trapper doesn't mean I don't want to look good.
Well, you really don't like living up there, do you?
No, I love it. With the stars, the breeze through the bloody trees. I adore it. Do you have another beer?
Sure.
Well, that leaves you, Margaret. If your new beau asked you to have work done, would you?
First of all, Garrett is not that type of a guy. And second of all, no, I wouldn't have work done ever, because I don't want to wake up one day and look in the mirror and see some stranger peering back at me. That would be unsettling. No, I think I'll drive the jalopy all the way home as is.
Garrett who?
Garrett Ross.
I know Garrett Ross.
You do?
Yeah, I interviewed him a year ago when he bought the Cooper complex.
Oh, I never mentioned that he knew you. And I told him I was golfing with you today. He never said anything.
Oh, well, he probably forgot. It was just a 2-minute interview.
So you know him?
Yeah, very handsome.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, very.
Well, that's my guy.
Well, you did good, Margot. Nice catch.
Thank you.
Nice catch indeed. Tate,
What?
I've slept with him. With who? Can you narrow that down for me?
Garrett Ross, Tate's new man. I've slept with him.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, I don't tell you about every man I sleep with.
True, who has that much time? When did this happen?
Well, last year after the interview, he invited me out for dinner and, you know, one thing led to another and, you know.
So you went to dinner and then you went to his place for sex.
No, we went to my dressing room after the interview.
You said one thing led to another.
It did. It led to my dressing room.
What?
Oh, what am I gonna do?
Oh my God.
She's my friend and I've had sex with her man.
Well, it was bound to happen anyway.
Well, what am I gonna do, Tate?
You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna do one thing.
But I can't live with this.
Listen to me. You're not gonna say one word about this. This is the first man Margot's gone out with in a while. And if this thing goes sour for her, she might never try again. So you're not gonna blow this for her. Do you understand me?
But she's gonna find out sooner or later.
You're not going to say anything. Do you understand me?
I understand. Not a word.
Good. You got pretty aggressive there. You like that?
Bit of a turn on, actually. Where'd you go? Over here.
I topped off my smoothie. I got a jug of it in the cooler in the car.
You've really become a health nut, haven't you?
Well, we only have one body. We gotta take care of it.
Yeah, well, look at this. They've tied us. We had them by 2 strokes.
Well, Dory's making some great shots.
Well, then we've just got to make better ones then, don't we?
I don't care. It's only lunch.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Well, what else are we playing for?
Pride. We're playing for pride, too.
Pride. Honey, I've been playing golf with you for the last 14 years. I have no pride. I'm used to losing.
You know what they call people who are used to losing?
I know what Bobby calls them, the Toronto Blue Jays.
They're called losers. Now get it together.
What's so funny?
There's a condom dispenser in the ladies' room. Why is there a condom dispenser in the ladies' room at a golf course? What goes on here?
It's for members' night.
Oh, members night, classy.
Well, we have a dispenser in the washroom at the Arrowhead Golf Course, too. It's for bear repellent. God, I hate it there.
We're away again, Dory, considering we won the last hole.
I'm so glad we're doing this. This is fun. Kathy said you were a fun group and I needed this.
I have a question.
What?
What was Kathy doing up there on that Ferris wheel alone? What grown-up person rides a Ferris wheel alone?
Maybe she was on a school trip. Was her class up there with her?
No, it was a Saturday, so trips don't happen on the weekends.
Well, maybe she had something on her mind and she had some thinking to do.
Oh, no. No, Catherine wasn't the type.
Wasn't what type?
A deep thinker. She had everything figured out. She didn't have a care in the world.
Well, maybe she was lonely. She had no boyfriend, no love interest in her life. Maybe she was down about that.
And that's why she was up on a Ferris wheel by herself?
Depressed people do unpredictable things.
No. Catherine wasn't depressed. She was a rock, a very strong woman. I think she went up there to take photographs. She was into photography, right? What better place to take panoramic photographs?
Maybe.
I'm sure of it. Catherine was anything but unpredictable. In fact, you could set your watch by her. Ooh, right beside you, Doris. Woo-hoo.
I disagree, though. I think Kathy was a deep thinker. When she would come up, we would talk about everything from religion to politics to philosophy.
Philosophy.
Sure. I mean, I don't know a lot about it, but Kathy did. I found her to be a very deep thinker. She was a teacher after all.
She never talked to us about those things.
Maybe because you wouldn't let her.
What do you mean?
Well, you just said she was a rock. She had it all together.
Yeah.
Maybe she felt like that's who she had to be and she couldn't be the person she really was.
We knew her for over 15 years. How could we not know the real person after 15 years?
People are full of surprises. Or maybe she felt like you three outshone her, so she hid her light under a bushel.
Outshone her?
Sure. I mean, you owning your own construction company, and you, Connie, a popular television personality, and you, Tate.
Me, Tate. What, I don't have a quality that shines?
But you do. In fact, I think Kathy was intimidated by you most of all because you're so pretty.
Pretty. That's it. My looks. And thank you, by the way, because I worked very hard on them. But sometimes those three teenagers just suck the life right out of me. Every wrinkle you see here has their fingerprints on them. Those ungrateful little hedgehogs.
The thing is, maybe Kathy felt like her intellect wasn't as alluring as what you three had to offer, so she hid it. I mean, didn't we all know that brainy kid in school who hid that fact so they wouldn't be an outcast?
But Dory, we've all grown up since then. You know, I doubt that's a good example for women our age.
For my age.
We knew Catherine a lot better than you did. And she was very secure in her own skin. I don't think she was envious of my fame or Margot's success or Tate's looks.
I agree.
Now think about it.
Maybe you're right.
I'm sure I'm right.
Well, good. Let's play on then.
All right.
Hey, do you think Dory's right? Do you think that we held Catherine down?
What? It made her hide her light under a bushel? No, we were her friends. She could be whoever she wanted with us. Couldn't she?
I guess.
Well, of course she could. It's ridiculous to think that she was intimidated by my fame.
For my success.
Absolutely.
You know, it all started quite innocently, actually. You know, we were doing a work, you're looking at the blueprints at the job site for work we were doing for him. And he was standing really, really close to me. Oh, you could feel the electricity, the energy. Oh, it was palpable. He must have felt the same way because he asked me out right then and there. And then later on at dinner that night, one thing led to another, and you know how it goes.
No, we don't know how it goes.
What?
We don't know how it goes, now do we, Connie?
No.
What? Come on, you guys. And Connie, you of all people should know. Surprised Garrett didn't remember you.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
All right, enough about Garrett. So you found yourself a man. Will you get over yourself already? Who's up? What's the score, Connie?
We're still tied. Doris is up.
So Margot, what's your ex-husband do?
He was the manager for the Four Seasons.
Oh, he's in the hospitality industry like me. Only he's working in a big, fancy hotel in the city, and I'm feeding breakfast to Hawkeye and Chingachgook.
You know, Garrett almost bought that hotel about a year ago. That sure would have been awkward. My ex-husband working for my new boyfriend. What could be more awkward than that?
I can't think of a thing.
Guess I should be thankful we have indoor plumbing. Otherwise, I'd be down by the river beating my kids against rocks to get them clean.
Don't you mean your clothes?
Yeah.
At our age, do we still call them boyfriends?
What?
Men, at our age, do we still refer to them as boyfriends?
What else would we call them?
Well, I don't know, partners?
Partners? No. Partners is further on along in the relationship. Partners cohabitate. Besides, partner sounds like you're in business together. It sounds cold.
What about fella, like, this is my fella?
Well, that's fine if you're Betty Davis.
Too old fashioned?
Yes.
Dory, what would you call a boyfriend?
My ticket out of there.
What about lover?
Oh, no, lover? That's way too familiar. I knew this woman once. She introduced me to her boyfriend as, "This is my lover." I immediately pictured them doing it. You know, a lover is something you would say to somebody in private as terms of endearment. You know, it's something you'd say in the throes of passion. You don't want to introduce somebody a name that conjures up visions of lovemaking.
Oh, true. I'd like you to meet. Oh, my God.
Oh, baby, you're so good.
Allow me to introduce, not yet, not yet.
Please me. Oh, you're on my hair.
Oh, ladies, I'd like to introduce you to, well, that was 2 scoops of good loving.
Oh my God.
No, I said that one already.
Oh my God.
What's wrong?
You slept with him.
What, slept with who?
Garrett, you slept with Garrett.
Garrett, why would you say something like that?
2 scoops of good loving? That's what he said to me the first time we made love.
He actually said that to you? Oh, wow.
You did, didn't you?
Oh, come on.
You did.
Oh, come on, Margot, I think you're jumping to conclusions.
Yes.
Oh, really, Tig? Do you know any other man who'd say something like that?
Damn it, Connie! Well, I didn't know it was Garrett who said it. I just remembered I heard it from somebody.
He actually said that to both of you?
I can't believe you slept with my boyfriend.
Now, wait a minute, we didn't decide on a name yet, remember?
How'd you do that, Connie?
Hey, well, I didn't know that you were gonna be he was gonna be your boyfriend. I mean, this happened a year ago, and it only happened once, I swear.
Oh my God. Did you know about this?
I just found out.
And you kept it from me?
It happened 2 holes ago.
This is unbelievable. It's humiliating. My best friend sleeps with my boyfriend. Oh my God. I suppose you heard about it too.
How the hell would I hear about it up on Walton's Mountain?
Wait a minute, you called Connie your best friend.
So,
Well, I thought I was your best friend. I've known you the longest. I've known you 20 years, and you're godmother to one of my kids.
so what? So wasn't Catherine. So is Connie.
Yeah, right, to Nigel.
There's nothing wrong with Nigel.
That's the one with the lazy eye, right?
Right.
Do you mind? I just thought we had something more special. I thought we had a deeper relationship, a deeper friendship.
Hey, why would you have a deeper relationship with her than with me?
Because you're hard to get close to. You keep your distance.
Unless there's a boyfriend involved.
Hey, now that's not fair. How did I know he was going to wind up being your boyfriend? How did I know he was going to be attracted to you?
Are you saying a guy like him couldn't be attracted to me?
That's not what I'm saying at all. I didn't say that. Did I say that?
There's nothing wrong with Nigel.
You kind of did say that.
I didn't ask you, Doris.
Why can't you call me Dory?
What?
You call me Dottie, Doris, Gidget, everything but Dory. Why? Are you afraid if you call me Dory, you're letting me into your circle of friends?
Yes, and I've got enough friends. Thank you.
Really? You've got 2 less than you did 5 minutes ago. Come on, girls. We can't play the rest of the round like this. We're playing for Kathy. She wouldn't like this one bit. She'd be very disappointed. Nice shot. Come on, this is ridiculous. You all have been friends forever. It would be a shame to throw that away just because Connie can keep it in her pants. You know what I mean. Tate, you seem like the sensible one of the group. Not that that's saying much. Put a stop to this before it goes too far. Come on, this is ridiculous.
Nardo, I'm sorry.
There we go, that's better.
Oh, shut up, Doris. I'm sorry I slept with Garrett. If I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't, of course. I know I've slept with a lot of men. Probably, some would say too many. I'm not taking a poll. The problem is, I had the love of my life, and I lost him. Vic was it for me. We were going to spend the rest of our lives together. We were going to have the family and the home and the life like those princesses always wind up with. It was that perfect. I just knew it. I should have said, let's go home and get started on that life right now, today. But we were still young and thought what we were doing was important work as journalists, covering a war, being in the center of the action. We'd only been married a year. There was plenty of time for the family and the home. But for now, being on the front line as journalists was what mattered most. I never saw the woman. She came out of a house behind me as I was doing a report. It was Vic who saw her and stopped filming and went to her. He didn't know she was a bomber because the device was hidden under her coat. He just wanted her out of the shop. That's how I lost the love of my life. To a stranger on a dirty street, 6,000 miles from home. Sad story, right? Oh yeah, it's a doozy. But sad stories come out of a war every day. And I didn't wallow in self-pity. At least not outwardly. No. My way of doing it was to have brief liaisons with men. Nothing with any depth, just some talk, some sex, and we move on. Because you see, I know I'll never find another love of my life. That's impossible. The love of your life is just that, singular. The love of your life. So now I just try to find moments with men because I love them too much to be without them. And I loved one too much to stay with any of them. But I'll probably keep doing it. No, I will keep doing it. But I'll make sure I stay away from your men from now on. Doris, what's your husband's name?
Richard.
I better jot that down. So, Margot, are we good now?
I just wish you hadn't have slept with Garrett. Geez, golly.
I wish I hadn't slept with him either.
Why, was he any good?
No, because he was your guy.
Oh,
That's why.
fine.
No, it was great.
What? You just said he was great.
So,
Well, was he good with you? I mean, did he pleasure you?
well, what's the answer here, Margot? He was good or he was bad? What do you want to hear?
All right, stop. You can't stand here and compare your lovemaking session with Garrett. It's vulgar. Tate and I don't want to hear that.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I'm sorry too.
What are you sorry about?
Oh, I don't know. I just didn't want to be you to be the only one out here looking like an idiot.
You're a good friend.
Oh, so are you.
Yeah, her best friend.
I take it back. I didn't mean it. Of course I like you better than Connie.
Really?
Of course.
I knew it.
Well, why would you like her better than me?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. Show of hands. Who slept with my boyfriend? And there you go.
Hey, so sorry about your husband. Kathy hadn't told him that.
Happened a long time ago. Long before she met you.
So, Garrett, was it good or was it bad? Shut up, Doris.
He was good.
Dory, I believe that puts us up by one stroke. Are you ready to suffer your first defeat ever, Connie?
You're really getting into this, Margot.
Well, yes, I now have newfound incentive to win.
Hey, lady, we are not beaten yet, ladies. Right, Tate?
I don't care, it's only lunch.
I wish you'd stop saying that.
Yes!
So, Doris, I was wondering.
Bobby Kennedy! Up top!
Oh, her name is Bobby. So, Doris, I was wondering. How much did Catherine tell you about us? I mean, it seems like you know certain things about us, and yet you're unaware of others.
We didn't talk about you constantly, just occasionally.
That's the whole point, Dory. She wants you to just talk about her constantly.
No, that's not it at all. I just find it a little disconcerting to be with someone who apparently knows certain things about me, and yet I know nothing about her.
Is that true, Dory? Do you know our deepest, darkest secrets? Is that what Catherine told you?
No, there are no secrets.
No?
No, hardly any.
Hardly any?
Hardly any at all.
So that means that there are some?
Is that what that means?
Well, yes, hardly means some.
Well, Kathy did mention a couple of things.
Oh. So, what are they?
No, I would be uneasy telling you.
Oh, no. We won't get upset. We'll probably find them amusing, right, girls?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, well, she said one of you is a man chaser.
No secret there.
Yeah, it's a public record.
It is.
Yeah, I once put an ad with my phone number and photo out there.
The internet?
Billboard. But it wasn't on a major thoroughfare.
Oh, that was bad.
Don't think of it as bad. Think of it as consistent.
So what was the other one?
The other what?
You said Catherine said there were a couple of things. What was the other one?
Oh, it's not important.
Well, it is now that you said it isn't.
No, I shouldn't have said anything. Kathy told me these things in confidence. I don't want to betray that trust.
Well, it's not legally binding, Dory. What is it?
Yeah, come on. You have my interest now, too.
All right, well, she said one of you is a problem drinker.
Again, no secret.
I'm not a problem drinker. I never drink at work. I just have a couple to wind down.
So how many have you had this morning?
I am not at work. I am socializing. And I resent being called a problem drinker. I drink with little or no problem at all.
Actually, Margot, it wasn't you.
What?
Kathy wasn't talking about you.
You see that? You see that? Time she was even talking about me. Wait, what? Who drinks more than me?
Tate?
What?
Sweet innocent
No.
only gets laid once a week, Tate.
No way, no way, no way does she drink more than me.
Hey, Margot, I think this is one contest you might not want to win.
Tate, is this true?
No, when have you ever seen me drink that much? When have you ever seen me drunk?
That's right. I have never seen that.
Me neither.
It's ridiculous.
Because you hide it well.
I don't hide anything. I've got nothing to hide.
Well, what's in your thermos?
What?
Your water bottle, what's in there?
My smoothie. I always bring it when we golf.
That's right, she does.
Have you ever tasted it?
Why would I do that?
It's my smoothie. There's no need to taste it.
Well, let me try it.
No.
One sip.
No, I don't know where your mouth has been.
Very funny. Let me have it.
No, Connie.
I just one sip. Let me try it. Let's prove the little country mouse wrong, huh? She thinks she's such a Miss Know-it-all. Well, she wasn't lying. It's a smoothie. A white Russian smoothie.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
How long has this been going on?
How long has what been going on? You make it sound nefarious.
It is nefarious. First you'd lie about your pitiful sex life, and now this.
My sex life is not pitiful.
Uh,
Oh, damn it, it is pitiful.
So what is it? Why are you drinking like this?
Like what?
Well, like more than me. What's wrong?
You said it yourself before.
What?
Before, when you said I had a good man and 3 beautiful children.
Well, you do.
When you said I frittered my life away, you said I had a good man and 3 beautiful kids.
You do have that.
Well, that's just it. That's what my value is measured on. I'm a good wife and a good mother.
So what's wrong with that?
Nothing. It was fine when the kids were younger. They demanded all my attention. I was proud of that job. I was proud of being their mom. But now they're older, and they're always off with their friends, they're always off on their own, and they don't need me as much. And I find myself alone more, and thinking more.
and drinking more.
So, do you feel inadequate? Is that it?
I don't know. Maybe.
What is it that you want?
What do you mean?
Well, you said before you wanted more. What is it that you want? You want a job, a career? Was there a dream that you wanted to chase?
Yeah, but it's silly.
No, it's not.
Well, how do you know? You don't even know what it is.
Well, if it's your dream, and dreams are not silly, then your dream is not silly. What is it?
Well, I want to own a small cafe.
You what?
I want to own a restaurant, you know, where I'd be the boss and I'd be in charge of the music and the menu and the decor, and people could come in and circulate and talk to each other. And I'd make all the desserts, and people would savor them and compliment me on it, you know? And I could swan around and circulate and talk with the people. And I could enjoy the company of grown-ups for the afternoon. I think I'd be really good at that.
I think you would too.
So do it. Tell old Bobby to get off
Yeah.
his tricycle and buy a place for you.
No, because then it wouldn't be my own.
Well, couldn't you go to a bank and get a loan?
Based on what? I've been a good mother for 16 years? No, they want somebody they know has a viable venture that's going to be able to pay them back.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So you see, I just have a drink to take the edge off.
I take that's not good.
It's fine.
It's not fine, not if you're hiding it.
Fine! Then I'll drink out in the open to excess like you do. Now let's get going or we're never going to finish this game of golf.
Oh, you haven't been helping our little girl here, all that drinking, all that stooping, not a very good example.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, I'm glad you said something. At least now we can keep an eye on her. How did Catherine know about this and we didn't?
Told you. Kathy was very astute.
This is really good.
Tate, what about the music?
Oh, I thought about that too. You know, I don't want to just have that instrumental music. I want to have like the really great singers, like Ella and Luther Vandross, and maybe even have some new singers too. I don't want just that elevator music in the background. I want music that every once in a while is going to prick somebody's ears up.
It sounds like you put a lot of thought into this cafe.
I have. Dumb, right?
No, not at all. What would you call it?
Oh, I thought about that too. I want to call it Tete-a-Tate.
What? Jeez, look what you made me do, Tate.
Me?
Did Tate?
Yeah!
Oh,
I think it's
jeez.
a great name. It means conversation, and that's what my cafe would be, where people could come and talk to each other.
I think that sounds like a great name too. And I like the music idea. Real songs instead of elevator music.
Yeah.
I wonder why nobody sang Kathy's favorite song at her funeral.
Why would you want someone to sing "I Feel Good" at a funeral?
I Feel Good wasn't Kathy's favorite song.
Sure it was. She loved James Brown.
Well, I know she did, but that wasn't her favorite song. Her favorite song was You've Got a Friend.
That old rock song by James Taylor?
Right. You just call out my name.
I love that song.
So I wonder why nobody sang it at her funeral.
Because apparently you're the only one that knew that was her favorite song.
Well, that's sad. I only saw her 2 weeks out of the year.
It is pretty sad.
Hey, now wait a minute. How do we know that was Catherine's favorite song? Just because Doris here says it was doesn't make it so.
She used to ask me to sing it every time she'd come visit. And she'd sing along with me. One of my favorite memories of Kathy.
I didn't know Catherine could sing.
She couldn't. She had a horrible voice. I think that's what makes the memory even more special. She didn't care how she sounded. She just sang out. Just let go.
You know, my favorite memory of Catherine was about 2 years ago. Right after my daughter and I had the big falling out, she marched into my house on Christmas morning. She had a turkey in one hand and a bottle of Jack Daniels in the other. She was determined to give me a Christmas. She would not take no for an answer. Oh, we never did get around to cooking that turkey.
My favorite memory of Catherine was when she asked me to do her makeup for her at my wedding. She was one of my bridesmaids.
Along with me and Connie.
No, which one was the maid of honor?
None of us.
Paula Torello. I went all through school with her.
Worst maid of honor in history.
She was having a bad breakup with her boyfriend and she hated men.
She kept telling Tate she was making the biggest mistake of her life getting married.
When I was going down the aisle, she yelled, "Go back!" Well, anyway, Catherine knew how nervous I was, and she asked me to do her makeup for her because she knew it would get my mind off it. She told me how happy I was going to be and how great marriage was going to be. She really got me through that day. That was my best memory of her.
What about you, Connie? What's your best memory of Kathy?
When I lost Vic, she sent me a letter that just said, "We love you, come home." I've still got that letter.
Sounds like Kathy was really there for you when you needed her. For all of you.
She was. I think out of the four of us, she had the biggest heart.
Really, what about me?
I think out of the four of us, you would come in ninth.
And I assume you were all there for her as well?
Of course, whenever she needed us.
Good.
Although, she didn't seem to need us that much.
That's right. She was very steady, really had it all together.
Yeah, except for when it came to the relationship aspect of her life. She never quite mastered that. I offered to introduce her to some men.
What did she say to that?
Leftovers again.
No, these were very nice gentlemen. I think she really would have enjoyed their company.
Well, I think maybe her problem was that you had already enjoyed their company.
Oh, come on, Marlo. Can we get over this whole Garrett thing? I had sex with your boyfriend in my dressing room. I'm sorry, okay?
In your dressing room?
Yes.
Is there
Didn't I say that?
No.
is there a bed in your dressing room?
No, there isn't.
Oh, well, where did you do it then?
It was a movable feast, and here and there, and well, I think we should really stop discussing this.
So do I.
You see?
It's making me jealous.
Oh, what?
She really loved you three.
What?
Kathy, she really loved you three women.
Yeah, I know. We loved her too.
I know you did. But you didn't know her very well.
You know, it's like in Australia, they don't really say, "Put another shrimp on the ball, Eve." And it's like in England, they never say, "Cheerio, old bean."
So, nobody in Canada says, eh?
No. You lived here how long and you didn't know that?
16 years. My peak years. My prime.
Well, thanks to a miraculous putt by my partner, we are now up by 2 strokes.
I can almost taste that free lunch already.
Ah,
You okay, Dory?
Yeah, fine. Couldn't be better. Just thinking that this time tomorrow I'll be on my way home.
Back to your children. What are their names again?
Aaron, Alex, Jesse, and some others. Listen, do you girls think that everything in life happens for a reason?
Yes, I definitely think there's a plan.
Really?
Definitely.
So you think no matter what, we can't change our own destiny?
No, I just think there's no coincidences. I think whatever occurrence happens, that it's not a coincidence. There's always a reason for it.
well, you'll find a reason for everything, no matter what. No, I think everything in life is random. There's no rhyme or reason to any of it.
What do you think, Dory?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. 16 years ago, I was living in Las Vegas, loving my life, looking forward to my future as a singer. Then things conspired to move me to Arrowhead Lake, and I lost myself. I lost who I am. Why? Why, if everything happens for a reason, what was the reason for that?
Maybe it was your God. Maybe he did it.
No. She said it herself earlier. She fell in love with a Canadian. That's the reason.
Yeah, right. Then I got married too soon, and I gambled away our life savings, and off we went. So that explains everything. Wonderful.
You gambled away your entire life savings?
Yes.
What did you bet it on?
Anything. Everything. That's why we moved to Arrowhead Lake. I lost $95,000 in the first 3 months we were married.
Wow.
That's why Richard wanted to take me away from that life, away from the temptation. I felt guilty, so I agreed to go.
And now?
Now I wish I had stayed, but that's not the question. The question is why? What is all of this leading me to?
Well, maybe it has nothing to do with you.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe it has nothing to do with you. Maybe it has to do with your husband or your children, or maybe even your grandchildren. Maybe everything that's happening to you right now is part of the plan for someone else. And maybe everything that happened to you a long time ago, maybe even before you were born, is part of the plan for you.
Well, that was pretty deep, Tate.
I'll say, do you need to catch your breath? You need to take a seat?
It's true. That's what I mean by there are no coincidences.
I don't think I like that. That means we have no control over our own outcomes.
I agree with Maverick. I'd like to think that I had some say over how my life is lived.
You do have a say, but there's the hurdles that you have to get through that are part of the plan.
How can you be so lucid after a jug of White Russians?
Marco, we haven't heard your opinion yet.
My opinion? My opinion is very simple. You're born, you walk through life's little minefields, you step on one and then you die. But along the way, you experience little triumphs and little defeats, and if you're lucky, you fall in love, maybe somebody loves you back, and maybe that's for one day, maybe it's for an entire lifetime. But you're better off for it because you experienced it, and you shouldn't take it for granted.
Not bad.
So, a gambling addict, huh? Good thing we didn't make that $500 bet.
Dory,
Are you talking to me?
I don't see anybody else here named Dory. Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry about your gambling problem.
Thank you.
So the bet is off.
What? No. If there's one thing I learned in my fall from grace, it's that you never welch on a bet.
No, look, the bet is off. Please do it for me.
For you,
Yes, because you're gonna lose. You want me to feel badly because I took money from a gambling addict who mistakenly thought she had the stuff to beat me at golf? I feel bad enough for having had sex with Margot's man.
that wasn't your fault, and it only happened once.
Yeah,
It happened more than once?
3 times, but it was condensed into a 5-hour period. It wasn't like it was spread out over a week or anything.
So that makes it better?
Yes, it makes it mean less, doesn't it?
And is that your objective? Have your sexual encounters mean as little as possible?
Now you're catching on, and not a word to Margot.
My lips are sealed, unlike yours apparently.
So the bet is off.
Fine, but I'm doing it for you.
Thank you.
So does this mean I'm in your circle of friends now?
What?
You called me Dory. Does that mean we're friends?
Oh, for God's sake, don't be so needy. And the lunch bet is still on.
What?
You heard me.
Why is the lunch bet still on?
Because it is.
But I'm an addict. You're taking advantage of my illness.
Gambling isn't an illness. Dysentery is an illness. You ever have that? Gambling, gambling doesn't put you on a toilet for 3 days.
So last year, our youngest son fell off of his bike and landed right on his chin.
Oh, no.
Yep, got a big hole in it. Took 15 stitches to close it up. Poor thing. Now he's got this big ugly scar that he's got to live with for the rest of his life.
You're just saying this to make me feel better, aren't you? Dory,
Yeah,
there's no bike.
no.
No stitches, no scar.
No, I'm sorry.
He's probably a very handsome little boy.
He's adorable.
Well, thank you that you would hideously disfigure your kid for my sake. That means a lot to me. I wonder where Connie and Margot are. I hope they're not talking about Garrett. I hope Connie's not bragging. In case you didn't notice, she's a little narcissistic. So, did Catherine really say she was intimidated by my looks?
She alluded to it.
It makes me feel, I don't know.
Good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Dory, I believe we are up by 1 stroke. This is a miraculous miraculous turnaround, and we've only got 2 holes left to go.
Sorry about that, Connie.
Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, I can't expect you to know there's a penalty for picking up your ball and throwing it onto the green from behind a cluster of birch trees. I mean, you've only been playing for 14 years. I can't expect you to know the rules.
Whoa, partner, great shot, you're on.
Well, it's a stupid rule.
What? Picking up your ball and throwing it? Yes, it is stupid. It's like they expect us to take a bunch of sticks out here and hit the ball with those. Ridiculous.
Let's see what we can do here.
Oh, nice, that's even better than mine.
So, what are you gonna do about your decision up in Arrowhead Lake there, Dory?
Nothing.
Really?
What can I do? My family is happy up there. My kids, my husband, they love it. And I love them. So the best thing to do is stick it out. Truth be told, it's too late for me anyway, as far as the music business goes.
Well, I think you're gonna regret that decision.
No, she won't. Dory, I think you're right. You got 6 kids and a husband who love you. That's enough, don't get greedy, don't go rocking that boat.
Even if she's not happy?
Tough. She has to think of the happiness of those 7 other people. 7 people who love you. You got it good, better than most.
What do you think, Connie?
What? Having 7 people love you? Huh. Sounds like underappreciation to me. Huh.
Well,
In the trees again. Here we go.
well, I just don't want you to see you make a decision that's gonna make you miserable.
Oh, like you?
I'm not miserable. I'm actually quite happy. I just don't know what the next chapter of my life is gonna hold.
I do.
You do?
Yeah. So
I know
do
what the next chapter of your life will hold.
What are
Me
you
too.
talking about?
Well,
Should we tell her?
I think we better before one of us bust.
Connie and I want to back you.
Back me in what?
Tete.
Except for the name. How about Connie's Eatery?
Really?
Yeah.
We want to be your investors, your angels, whatever you want to call them. We want to help you get that cafe started.
No, I can't do that. It's never a good idea to borrow money from friends.
Hey, don't worry. This isn't a handout. We expect you to pay it back.
In fact, we want to be partners.
Partners?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not the majority stockholders, but we want a piece of the action. You just take care of the daily operations and we'll be silent partners.
So you'd be silent partners and I'd be in charge of all the day-to-day operations.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be all up to you.
And it'll be all up to me.
Except for the name. How about Connie's Caffeine Crowd?
Oh, the name is fine. So do we got a deal? What do you say, Teddy?
Well, let me get this straight. You want me to do all the work and you two reap all the profits.
Yes,
exactly.
You two are the best friends a girl can have.
Aw.
Thank you, Connie.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Congratulations, Tate.
Thanks, Dory.
But you gotta curtail the drinking.
Oh, yeah.
You save that for after hours when you're at home relaxing with your family.
Yeah, let them see the dark side of you for a change, not us.
Don't worry, that's not gonna be a problem from here on in. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna cry.
I wonder.
What's that?
Well, do you think I can get in on this too? It would give me a reason to come visit, check on my investment.
You wanna invest in the cafe too?
If you'll have me, it would be an outlet, might do me good.
Well,
No,
what?
no. I'm sorry, Dory, but we don't know you all that well. And you've got a bad history of money management with a gambling problem. And you're living in an unstable environment out there in the wilderness, and you don't even know where your own life is going. And you want to be a partner in a fledgling business? Sorry, sister, that dog won't hunt. But, just to show you there's no hard feelings, you can have free coffee and dessert for life at Tete. But just you, not your whole damn family.
I think we hired the right manager.
Yeah, but how about Connie's Cantina?
at that.
Oh,
That's right, ladies. Take a good long look. Number 18, the final hole. 503 yards of par 5 hell on earth. Thick clusters of uncharted rough on both sides. And water at 180 yards. Just close enough to tempt you into thinking you can carry it. And far enough away to break the back of even the strongest willed among us. And after the water, sand. That's right. So much sand you'll think you're Lawrence of Arabia. And as you yell, "Come on then!" and you make it up onto the green. A green so expansive, so undulating that it makes even the mighty weep. Take a look. Take a look and listen to what I say. Not all of us will make it. I assure you of that. One or two of us will fall, struck down by the sheer magnitude and grandeur of the whole. But those that remain will snatch the standard from the fallen and carry on in your stead, refusing to be vanquished. And to those who are frightened by this whole, all right, and they stay that they will not fight this day, then speak now and your departure will be forgiven. For there is no shame in standing down from this most daunting task. But to those brave souls who will fight this whole by my side on this day, to you I say, I hope you saved your mulligans!
his truth is marching on.
Yes. Oh, we're all tied up. This is so exciting.
Hey, I wonder what Catherine did with her money.
What money?
The money she won in the lottery, the $500,000. I wonder what she did with it.
I still can't believe she didn't tell me about that.
Oh, I know if I had a gambling addict friend, she'd be the first one I'd tell about my windfall. Oh, that's in place.
I think the money should go to her family, or her mother, father, maybe even her brother Ben.
Oh, maybe I should give him a call.
Maybe she wants it to a charity.
Well, that is if she even had a will. I mean, she was only 48. And who thinks about dying at 48? Do you think about dying?
I'm not 48. I'm not even close to 48.
No?
I'm 42.
Really?
What, you don't believe me?
Oh, I believe her. Nobody ever lies on a golf course.
Well, maybe there was someone else besides family that she would leave it to.
Who else?
A close friend.
We were closest friends.
Maybe you'll get it then.
No. No, I wouldn't want it. That doesn't feel right. I mean, it's one thing to inherit money from a wealthy aunt or a parent, but spending a friend's money, that wouldn't feel right. It would feel morbid.
Yeah, it'll probably go to her family.
I should hope so.
You know, I wonder why Catherine never found a man.
It's hard to say.
I don't think she ever put any effort into it, really. I mean, she never went out. She never put herself into a position to even meet a man.
Well, maybe she thought like somebody was going to come out of nowhere and would sweep her off her feet romantically.
You mean like those princesses?
Yeah, like that.
She never even spoke to me about ever even needing a man. I think maybe it just wasn't a priority in her life.
Or maybe she was just very particular and never found a man and measured up.
Or maybe she was just content to be on her own.
Maybe she was gay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
She was gay.
What?
Kathy was gay.
Are you being serious here?
Yes.
Kathy was gay,
Yes.
a lesbian,
Correct.
a homosexual.
Oh, okay, Tate, I think you've driven the point home.
Are you sure about this?
Yes. She didn't feel like she can tell you because she didn't think you would understand.
But yet she told you.
Wait a minute. Were you her lover, partner, boyfriend? What did we decide on?
Yes.
No, I was not her lover.
I don't believe you. There is no way Catherine was gay.
She was, Connie,
Well, then why did she tell you and not us?
because I'm 400 miles away and I'm a good listener. It was safe to tell me. 5 years ago, she started bringing her girlfriend with her to the lodge.
Girlfriend?
Well, I think that works in a lesbian relationship.
I'm not talking about the term. She had a girlfriend?
Yes, a fellow teacher. And that's another reason they didn't tell anyone here. They were afraid their jobs might be in jeopardy if the school board found out.
Well, what was the other teacher's name?
That's not for me to say. But Kathy wasn't alone at the fair that night. She was with her girlfriend. She was on the Ferris wheel alone because this other woman is afraid of heights.
How do you know all this?
Because I've spoken to her girlfriend since Kathy's death.
Well, I can't believe this. How could we not know this? And how do you explain Gregory Peck?
What?
Catherine had a thing for Gregory Peck. Explain that.
Maybe she liked his acting.
That explains that.
Well, if Catherine didn't want us to know, what makes you think you have the right to tell us her secret now after she's gone?
Because she had finally made the decision to tell you. She felt bad keeping it from you all these years. Bad for you, and bad for her. She wrote me a letter and told me. I wasn't going to say anything at all, but you were all so oblivious and stupid and ill-informed about your own best friend that you drove me to it. You're right, Tate. How could you not have known? What kind of friends are you?
She wasn't lying. It's all here in the letter.
I feel horrible.
Horrible? Why should you feel horrible?
That she was her close friend and she felt she couldn't come to us with this.
We're not to blame for this. I'm not taking the blame for this. Are you telling me that we golfed with her, went out with her every week for 14 years, and she could never tell us about this? She didn't even feel there was one opportunity that she could share with us? No, I feel the one that's betrayed. All those years, all that stuff I shared with her about my family, my marriage breakup, my daughter, and the grocery list of problems that you don't carry around, and she didn't feel she could tell us this? No, she's the one that should feel horrible, not us.
She wants a dead woman to feel horrible?
Overkill, huh? Now
Yeah.
what's this grocery list of problems? What's that about?
Beats me.
Well, and what problems do we have?
None, except for your promiscuity
Oh, and your lousy sex life.
and your narcissism.
And that lazy-eyed kid of yours.
No, I should have said that. I apologize. My emotions got the best of me. I shouldn't have called you oblivious and ill-informed.
You called us stupid, too.
I had no right saying what I said either, Tate. I did feel betrayed by Catherine, but she must have had her reasons why she didn't tell us. Maybe she really did feel she just couldn't tell us, and if that's true, I really regret that. I feel really, really sad about that.
It's all right. It's an emotional time. We're all a little sad right now.
And we win, yes! Boom chakalaka, boom chakalaka. So where are you losers taking us for lunch?
Actually, Connie, I was hoping we could take you to lunch another time.
What? No, Dory's leaving for home tomorrow.
And I really feel I need to call my daughter. I don't think I ever gave her the opportunity to say some words to me. Like what I did with Catherine.
You think your daughter's gay?
No, Tate, I just think we need to talk.
Well, call her after lunch. I mean, you haven't spoken for 2 years. What's 2 more hours?
I'm so glad that you're working on that insensitivity problem that you have.
I'll buy you lunch, Connie. And you too, Tate. I don't want to have any outstanding debts.
No. I have a better idea. Why don't we buy us lunch the next time you come to town? That way it won't give you an excuse to get out of Arrowhead Lake. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
And maybe we'll even be lunching at Tate.
I would love that.
So, guess this is it?
I guess so.
It was so nice meeting you.
You too, Margot.
Hope you have a safe trip home tomorrow.
I will.
I hope everything works out for you.
Thank you, Tate.
And remember, free coffee and dessert for life.
Right. Just me, not my whole damn family.
Right.
Connie.
I'm more of a handshake person. It was very nice to meet you and you play a really good game of golf.
Thank you. Coming from you means absolutely nothing.
Baby's got spunk, I like it.
Oh, now, what is it, Tate?
I remember, this is the last place I saw Catherine, on this hole. She gave me a little smile and then a wave, and she said, "I'll see you next week." And then she was gone.
It's the last time I saw her, too.
Me too.
Maybe we should say some words for her here. Maybe she would hear them from here.
We can say some now.
That would be nice.
Should we say something short and sweet? Or a prayer?
I don't know. Connie, you're a broadcaster.
I broadcast the news. I don't broadcast benedictions.
Well, should we bow our heads? It's going to be like a prayer?
If you want
Yeah,
to.
hey, I'm not praying.
Why not?
Because God wouldn't buy it. God knows me too well.
What about hat? Should I take off my visor?
We're not praying.
Why? It's not a prayer?
It's not a prayer. So, who's gonna say it?
I'll say it.
No! We don't want a whole repeat of, you went to the fair and now you're dead thing.
Well, you're not gonna say
Well, I wouldn't be any good at
it. You
it.
see?
Oh, well, let's just forget it then.
Why?
Because we don't know who's gonna say it. We can't decide what to say. It would be a fiasco. It wouldn't be a fitting tribute at all.
She's right.
Of course I'm right. Tate, agreed?
I suppose.
Okay, then, let's just go.
All right.
When you're down in trouble and you need a helping hand and nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend.
If the sky Thank you.